people tagging their friends, actual comments, just like this one. You should just watch this, just for me. Do it. I watched this one last night, actually. Great information. Yes, they liked it. But for some reason, they kept going. He's so awkward, but it's perfect. I loved how awkward and real he was. It was great. You guys hear that? I'm real. Now, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Ryan Hase, and I rocked this Young Living business all the way to diamond. For those of you who do know me, my name is Ryan Hase, and I'm married to Marla Bontempo, and she rocked her business all the way to diamond. Yeah, I married up. I knew 15 years ago when she was making minimum wage working in a salon, I saw this coming. Now you can find me on any given Monday, hanging out at Newport Beach, getting my hair fixed as an Instagram husband. Okay guys, this is the biggest crowd I've ever spoken to, so I have a special request. Unfortunately, my mom isn't here in the audience today. She couldn't make it to convention. And I would love to show her me on stage from your point of view. So if you could do me a favor at any point, snap a photo, post it to your Instagram stories, and tag me. I'll repost a bunch of them in my own stories to show her. I'm at Ryan Hase, RyanHase. So today, I'm going to teach you about how to talk about why Young Living is the perfect company to build your side hustle. Now, I'm not teaching you in particular. I'm pretty sure I don't have to convince anyone in this room of that fact. I kind of doubt anyone is here on the first stop of 10 MLM conventions on your MLM convention tour as you tour the nation searching for the perfect one. No. For many of us, Young Living already is your side hustle, or maybe even your full-time hustle. And I'm going to share with you from this analytical guy's perspective why Young Living makes the best products to build your business with. Then, we're going to review the IDS and talk about potential. And finally, I'm going to share with you some examples that you can take to your team with how they can build the perfect side hustle. Sharing products they already use and love. And we're going to talk about how, in our specific examples, they can make an extra $300 a month sharing those products. So let's get started with 3 reasons why Young Living is the best company to build your side hustle with. Reason number 1, the products are best in class. Reason number 2, the products are consumable. And reason number 3, Young Living makes a product for everyone. Let's dive into my first bullet point. So, when I was a kid, I used to do whatever I could to get my way, to maximize my chances, of getting my way. And one of those things I frequently had to ask permission for was to have a friend stay the night. So naturally, I would go ask Mom. She was my go-to for a yes. But she had her own trick to tell me no. Go ask your dad. When my dad was home, he could usually be found in the garden. The man could spend hours there. I remember being apprehensive approaching him. Hey Dad, can I have a friend come over tonight? He'd reply, what did your mother say? She said it's totally fine with her and she wants my friend to come over, but she told me to ask you. He'd pretend to think about it for a second and then he'd say something like, I think you've had a few too many friends come over lately. Why don't you come out in the garden and spend some time with your old man? I hated that garden. The garden was where fun went to die. So you can imagine my excitement when Marlo invited me to a giant garden in the middle of nowhere. She called it a farm. Marlo had just qualified for Gold Retreat, and in case you guys didn't know, Young Living will send you on an all-expense paid retreat to celebrate the very first time you hit and maintain a new rank for 3 consecutive months, starting at Silver. There are also retreats for Platinum and Diamond. So Marlo's telling me how awesome this trip is going to be, and she asked me to tag along. She said, I qualified for Gold Retreat, and it's in Spokane, Washington. We get to go visit the Young Living Farm in Idaho, go whitewater rafting, and do all sorts of fun activities. It's going to be awesome. Do you want to get a ticket to come with me? Did you say farm? Of course I ended up going, and I'm not gonna lie, it was so awesome. We hung out with our team, met new friends, tore up the rapids. So much fun was had. I even participated in a lip-sync dance battle, which, by the way, I won. You guys, I'm so sorry. The music was supposed to come on, but legal told me they could not afford the rights to pay. I warned you guys. I'm real. Real awkward. That night we went to dinner with some of our team, and I stayed up way too late and drank way too much nature. But after all that fun, it was still looming, farm day. The next morning, Marla was getting ready, and I did not want to go on that drive to spend my afternoon with plants. The lack of sleep left me not feeling so great, so I suggested to her, maybe I should stay at the hotel. She threw a bottle of peppermint at me and told me, "You're gonna be fine, get ready, we are going." But once we got there, that farm was incredible. Now don't get me wrong, I'm still playing it cool, so I keep any excitement on the deal. So as we're walking down this path through the field to our left, Marla says, "Hey Ryan, you should go take a picture of the lavender field so I can get a photo of you jumping." "Nah, thanks, I'll pass." Fine. What do you mean I have to jump? Okay, fine, I'll jump. Few things. Everyone here has seen that photo of your friend jumping in the lavender field, and they just look magical. Windswept hair, sunshine in their face, and they somehow have like a 12-foot vertical leap. So I'm thinking, how hard can this be? I can do this. You know what? I do want that lavender field jump photo. It's gonna get so many likes. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna jump. Meanwhile, my shirt's all, "Hope you wanted everybody to see all of this." If you visited the farm this past week or ever, I promise you, you also have 3,000 of this same photo attempt on your phone. Wait, was I actually smiling in that? Computer, enhance. That is the face of a man determined not to let anyone know how much fun he is having. You guys, what makes Young Living so amazing always comes back to this. No, not me. This. During our farm visit, we got to hear from the farm manager. I didn't catch his name, but he took his plants very seriously and carried himself with a certain authority. Kind of like if John Wayne had gotten into farming instead. So we're gathered around listening to how he runs things at the farm, and at some point Farmer Wayne says, "If my employees come to work with a bad attitude, they get sent home. My plants don't need that negative energy." I'm sorry, say what? Look, I don't care if you believe that plants can absorb energy, or if you believe that plants have feelings, or if you think they should be allowed to apply for a driver's license. When somebody making our products cares like that, that is the person I want growing my plants to distill my oils. Yeah. Think about how many other companies' products you use every day. Would they pull back the curtain and invite you to see how they make their products? Would you even want to? No way. These farms, however, produce the absolute best-in-class products And you know this is seed to seal. Point number 2, Young Living products are consumable. This one's important. Your side hustle won't be very long-lived if you align with a network marketing company that sells non-consumable products like, I don't know, socks. I can't imagine spending 300 PV worth of socks every month in my socks box. Side note, if you happen to receive a free pair of socks with your order from the company you already enjoy ordering from, that's totally fine. I am here for it. I heard rumors that fluorescent socks are next. Or was it Chocolessence? Highfashionsocks.angelfire.com. That was a 90s reference for it. Yeah. If your business is reliant on sales volume, you want to be in a business where your members actually want to reorder, and Young Living makes no shortage of amazing products to order. Products like the Thieves Cleaning Line, Savvy Minerals Makeup, Seedlings Baby Products, the Shootron Men Line, Nature Red, supplements, just to name a few. A robust product line is what makes your business sustainable, which leads me to point number 3. Young Living makes a product for everyone. Did you hear that list I just rattled off? Have you walked through the expo? I need a little quick participation from you guys. I'm curious. I want you to think about your favorite new product you saw at the expo. All right, does everyone have it? Now, when I say go, I want, just like we did before, at the same time, shout out your favorite new product. Ready? Go. That's my favorite one too. So we clearly like new products, and Young Living continues to innovate. Did you know our R&D department, the D. Gary Young Research Institute, employs more than 50 scientists who are working on new products every day? Do you think other essential oil companies make investments in innovation like Young Living? And speaking of investments, how incredible is that brand new LEED certified global headquarters? I assume I'm not the only one who's trying to install a 4-story waterfall in my house. Unfortunately, I do not think the HOA would ever approve it. Now, I want to make sure everyone's had a chance to snap that photo of me to tag in their Instagram stories. So I'm going to give you a few great candid moments. Again, that's at Ryan Hase, RyanHase. My mom thanks you. Now, for all you greens who've been waiting for diagrams and charts, get ready. Anytime we talk cash money with YL, we have to share the income disclosure statement, often referred to as the IDS for short. The most recent IDS shows statistics from 2017, and sharing this document is actually pretty sweet because it gives us the perfect opportunity to talk about the business with actual and factual results and numbers. The first page you see here shows us something amazing, and that's that 10.5% are business builders. That means they've enrolled at least one person. The other almost 90% are preferred customers. That means these are people who come back month after month to reorder only our products. That speaks volumes to how amazing what I just said about how great our products are. For a lot of other MLMs, this is flipped. People buy these products because they have to in order to sell them. That's not how it is with this company. People buy the products because they love them. So page 2 shows us the distribution by rank of those 10.5% of members, who I refer to as business builders. We'll check out one of those in a little more detail in a second. So the fun fact listed here is really cool. Young Living pays out nearly 50% of commissionable sales to its distributors. That means that every month, Young Living as a company, their entire OGV, half of it is paid out to you guys. That is incredible. That is the highest number. I have looked at a lot of plans in the MLM world, and that is the most generous one I have seen. Yeah. Here's a chart showing earnings from 2017. You can see how much members earned at every rank, all the way up to Royal Crown Diamond. You guys, these are actual numbers. This chart blows my mind every time I look at it. And you should be sharing it actively. In your groups, print it out, circle your goals, tape it to your mirror, your computer screen, plaster it all over the place. Get an IDS tattoo. Mine's right here. I update it every year. Show your people what is possible and help them believe they can achieve it. Encourage your people to dream big, but most importantly, break down the steps to help them get there. And we're going to talk about that basic foundation today. Let's dive into the biggest cross-section of this group: stars, senior stars, and executives. In 2017, 63% of business builders achieved one of these ranks. These are the most important members in our entire company as far as I'm concerned. They are the foundation of every single business in this hall. I want to take a second to recognize these members. If your lanyard says star, senior star, or executive, will you please do me a favor and stand up? If you were standing up just now, I want you to be really proud of what you have accomplished, because that didn't happen overnight. As you can see from this here, the average months to achieve rank of senior star took 19 months. Executive took 25 months. As I mentioned earlier, we're going to talk about how to make $300 a month with Young Living, or rather, how to teach a friend how to make $300 a month with Young Living. And as you can tell from this chart, you're most likely to be making $300 a month at the rank of executive, but you can absolutely make $300 a month as a senior star or even a star, and I'm going to show you how. Now, for a lot of you, I know that convention is a turning point in your business. Will you continue to just casually share with your friends once in a while, or will you decide to build this business intentionally and bring those friends on this journey along with you? $300 may not sound like a lot, but what can it buy you? Well, $300 is a trip to Whole Foods to buy healthy groceries. One trip. It's a car payment on a safe vehicle. It's new school clothes and a backpack. It's utilities or even rent in certain parts of the country. To some of us, it may not seem like much, but don't underestimate the value of $300. If you can teach someone how to make an extra $300 a month, you could quite literally change the trajectory of their life. It can be huge. And teaching someone how to do this is so easy. Let me walk you through this. When my wife Marla was first building her business, she was into it. She made lemon sugar scrubs and thieves rollers like it was a religion to give as gifts. She carried her whole kit of oils with her everywhere. Remember that OG kit with a little box of 10 oils? You guys, her purse smelled like straight up peace and calming. My purse smelled like valor. So about a month after Marla got her kit, we met up with my sister, Bryn, and her 2 daughters, and their American Girl dolls in LA for brunch. The only place that could accommodate our group that morning was the American Girl store. The high chairs at the other restaurants were apparently too big for certain members of our party. They started chatting all things oils as everyone got seated at/secured to the table. Marla used lavender and coconut oil instead of lotion and offered Bryn some too. She rolled stress away on her own shoulders and dropped valor on everyone's wrists. The dolls have purple wrists to this day. Which reminds me, brunch at the American Girl store. One more thing, $300 is barely enough to cover. using her oils normally in public and offering to share them with the people she was with. It wasn't weird, except for on the dolls, maybe. Naturally, my sister and even the server at the restaurant were curious about what these little bottles were and why they smelled so good. By that afternoon, Bryn wanted her own kit. Sharing these products doesn't have to be MLM-y or salesy. Talking about products we use and love is normal. We do it all the time. When you got started with Young Living, you naturally wanted to share that excitement with people around you. And when you're enthusiastic about something, people want to be part of it. So invite them to come with you on that journey. By this point, you may have already figured out from my story that the first ingredient to a sustainable side hustle is to enroll new people. This one's pretty straightforward. Help your friends enroll so that they can experience the same incredible products that you already love. We're going to create an example and build on it. So here's your friend, and she's already discovered so many favorites that she ordered 300 PBs for herself. Your friend starts sharing her success story and enrolls 3 of her closest friends, Greg, Marcia, and Peter. Greg and Marcia have already found so many amazing products, so they get on ER right away and bring their order up to 300 PB. If you add up all the PB here, your friend is at 1,000 OGB. They're a star. And their check is about $300. Let's break that down into a few parts. First of all, it's pretty simple. What did they do? Sign up 3 people, 2 people added onto their order and got on ER right away. The first part of their check is the PSK bonus. They get $25 each time they enroll someone. The second part of the check is Fast Start. During the first month and for the next 2 calendar months a new member enrolls, you earn 25% of the PV of their orders. You can see from this example that makes up the bulk of their check in the first month. They also receive an ER enrollment bonus. When Greg and Marcia signed up, they immediately got onto ER and placed an ER order the next month for at least 100 PV, giving a $15 bonus to your friend. The last part is unit level. I'm not going to bore you with the details of this math, but just trust me that it adds up. That's $17 you could take to Club Red and get yourself 3 Ningxia slushies. A little insider info for you. Do not drink those 3 slushies back to back to back. Ningxia brain freeze is real. Ask me how I know. Side hustle ingredient number 2 is essential rewards. ER is the most important ingredient to creating a sustainable side hustle. Without ER, we have a sales job. Enrolling people with a PSK is an excellent start, but we should just see this as the beginning in their journey. The $50 kit bonus and Fast Start bonus don't last forever, but a lifetime of ER orders can. The kit is the gateway to ER, the best monthly subscription box ever. As you are all no doubt aware, it is the ultimate rewards program. Why wouldn't you share about it? It's simple. Here's how I see it. You can earn up to 25% back. You can earn free products. Everything's delivered conveniently right to your door. I don't think we do nearly enough to communicate the value of ER, and that's frankly ridiculous because I get excited about rewards programs that are hot garbage in comparison. A while back, I was with a buddy at Pottery Barn, helping him pick out a new coffee table. You know, guy stuff. So as we're getting rung up by the cashier, she asks him, "Are you a member of our rewards program? It's free to join, you get 3% back." A whopping 3%. I figured, of course he was. That's easy money. As it turned out, he wasn't. He said, "The other salesperson didn't tell me about it." I was mad for him. That was an easy 3% he could have gotten back with very little effort, and that was for 3%. Imagine how you would feel if you had been ordering these products from a company that you already like, and you found out after the fact that your friend who introduced you kept this 25% back a secret. They would not be very happy. Share ER. It's too bad he didn't wait to buy that furniture because Pottery Barn just announced they were re-releasing the iconic apothecary table for the 25th anniversary of Friends. You guys remember that? You know, from the days of yore. It fits 300 CDs, you guys, so you can imagine how many oils you can fit in those tiny drawers. Unfortunately, Unfortunately, 25 years later, I kind of doubt they kept the old-timey pricing. But that doesn't matter. Could I be any more excited for it? As if ER freebies weren't enough, members on ER also get free stuff every month. You can see at 100 and 190 PV, they get ER exclusives that a regular quick order doesn't get. If my ER date wasn't the 28th this month, I would have already received that 400 PV Valor roll-on. I could have rolled it on my entire body and saved myself a $2.4 million bath this morning. Convenience is the commodity that matters most to our generation. I want you guys to full stop on that. Convenience is everything. Think about how we order our stuff these days. Just about everything comes online. Why? Over half of Americans belong to Amazon Prime, which gives us free unlimited shipping with our membership, so we never have to think about shipping again. We make the buying decision for shipping once, and then when we need something, it's easy to order it and have it shipped straight to our door. But guess what? YLGO makes it just as convenient for our members to order their household staples from Young Living right to their door instead. And like Prime, YLGO upgrades your processing time to lightning fast, and they only make the decision to purchase shipping once, at a huge discount at that. Then shipping on their next 13 ER orders is basically free. But wait, there's more. Want to snag that evergreen essence or special diffuser promo that just came online but don't want to spring for shipping? YLGO Plus gives you 3 free shipments per month. And if you want it faster, you can upgrade to overnight shipping for $10. Repeated shipping costs can be a roadblock for our members. When you offer them the chance to pay for shipping one time, the likelihood that they are going to order more often goes way up. Let's check back in with your friend and see what their business looks like in month 3. As you can see here, Greg and Marcia are still transfer buying like champions. Peter ordered 100 PV and we have 2 new signups, Jan and Bobby, who bought their PSK this month. Cindy's still on the fence, but she's going to sign up any day. I can feel it. Here, your friend would be a star with 1,200 OGV and again about a $300 check. The PSK bonus is a little less than month 1 because we signed up 2 people. The primary fast start is a little higher because now there's more OGV and everyone's on fast start. I want you to keep in mind, Greg, Marsh, and Peter, this is their last month because this is month 3 and it's the first month for fast start of Jan and Bobby. Since everyone is still on fast start, that unit level is still low because it's still being reduced by 70% for the members on fast start. An excuse you may have heard before is that ER isn't in the budget. People just starting with Young Living often don't yet have a line item for in the budget for oils, so setting aside 50 or 100 PV a month to spend on oils may not make sense to them. But everyone we know buys virtually the same products for their household month in and month out. Things like dish soap, hand soap, body wash, face wash, toothpaste, etc. You get the idea. ER actually makes perfect sense for someone on a budget if you're introducing the lifestyle. These are all products that Young Living not only makes, but makes more concentrated, better versions of. Products that contain life-giving essential oils, are safe and plant-based, and most importantly, products that are freaking amazing. They're freaking treasure. Can't pull it off like Jamie did. Once we started transferring everything we already buy anyway to Young Living, I found I rarely needed to go to those superstores anymore, which is good. Because I'm the kind of guy who goes to a superstore for one thing and ends up spending an entire hour there. Now I know what you're thinking, bro, me too. I turned down that Joanna Gaines aisle and I'm just like, give me all the napkin rings and dishes. Oh my God, look at that candle holder. Not quite. I go in looking for one thing and leave with just one thing after spending an entire hour there. What is that thing, you ask? Toilet paper. What should be a quick and painless decision has somehow turned into a nightmarish high school math problem. Except instead of calculating when 2 trains that leave at different times at different speeds collide, I'm trying to figure out the per sheet cost of single sheet of toilet paper. Okay, so let's see. I can buy an 18-pack of Super Rolls for $20.99. Oh, or there's a 12-pack of Mega Rolls for $15.99. But if I buy two, I get a $5 gift card. But I can't use that today, it's not a future purchase, so I need to take the present value of that one into consideration. Oh, but look, it's a 9-pack of Super Mega Rolls. Why are there so many choices? I really wish I had my computer with me right now. So, I want the best deal, but I don't want to stock my garage with a lifetime supply of toilet paper to get it. I know. I have to figure out my household toilet paper daily burn rate. So I get out my phone. Hello? Marlo? I have an important question. How many pieces of toilet paper do you use in an average day? Hello? Marlo? Hello? Why am I calculating our daily household toilet paper burn rate anyway? Who does that? In the meantime, someone just strolled up casually, took one 12-pack of the Mega Rolls and went off. Am I supposed to chase after her? Ma'am, did you want another one to get the $5 gift card? Did you do the math? Wait, ma'am! I ultimately determined it doesn't matter when I come back to use that gift card. I love free stuff, and gift cards are sweet. What's a good deal on toilet paper anyways? About 32 cents per 100 sheets in case you need a benchmark. So there I am, hauling my 2 shopping carts full of toilet paper to the front. I head into the cashier with my perfectly normal purchase. He makes small talk as he's ringing me up. Have any fun plans for the holiday? Beep. Beep. So what the heck does all this have to do with my side hustle? Well, I spend an hour agonizing over my purchase because I care about value. If there was someone at the end of the toilet paper aisle who told me his company would give me up to 25% back on every toilet paper purchase and have them shipped directly to my door automatically, who do you think I would have purchased from? The moral of the story is, I think we'd all save a lot of time and hassle if Young Living started making toilet paper. And maybe tampons. Could you imagine seed to seal cotton? Dr. Booth, are you listening? I'm only half kidding. The moral of the story is that people like to save money. We also like convenience, rewards points, discounts, and free stuff. That's weird. It's almost like I just described everything you get with ER. Ingredient number 3 to building the perfect side hustle is to share the business opportunity. We already love to share our favorite things to do, to eat, to buy. My social media feed blew up for like a month straight when people discovered the wonders of Instant Pot. No one was getting paid to share that. Okay, maybe like 0.5% for the referral link, but they weren't really getting paid to share that. They did it because they loved the product and they wanted their friends to have it too. We get to introduce people to the cleanest, best quality, plant-based products, and you could stop right there and we would be happy. Just as happy as we are to share our favorite restaurant recommendation on social media. But it doesn't stop there. We get incentivized with an incredible compensation plan as a thank you for sharing products we love. Let's circle back to month 4 of your friend's organization and see what happens when your friend teaches her team how to share the business. During month 4, your friend enrolls a new member with a PSK, Cindy, finally. She bought the Thieves Kit because she heard Alice raving about it. You tell your friend this is the perfect structure to set up your business. With 6 enrollments on the front line, everything is in place to work toward any rank all the way up to RCD and Young Living. The next step is to help those 6 members build their own side hustle. Not surprisingly, Marcia is the first one to catch on, always the early adopter. Marcia. And in month 4, she starts sharing and easily enrolls 6 friends. our PV up to 300 as well. In this scenario, your friend hits senior star with 2,500 OGB, and again in this scenario earns about $300. There's only one PSK bonus for Cindy, and now Fast Start looks a little different. There's primary Fast Start and secondary Fast Start. Greg, Marcia, and Peter are no longer on Fast Start, but your friend still earns primary Fast Start for Jan, Bobby, and Cindy. However, now your friend earns 10% of secondary Fast Start for people who are enrolled by their enrollment. So all of Marcia's enrollments also earn your friend 10% of the total PV, which is $1,200, so that's $120. Here you can see now unilevel is actually a much larger part of the check because Greg, Marcia, and Peter are no longer on Fast Start. The PV is no longer reduced, so the full, unilevel commission is earned. So to sum up, the activities your friend did this month were enrolling one new person, but most importantly, helping a team member and supporting them to start their own side hustle. We all know Weil is the best, but doing this business with our closest friends and family is a whole other level of awesome. I think back to the day we met with my sister for brunch. As I was sipping lightly fruit-flavored water from a plastic teacup while locked in a staring contest with a doll across the table, Marlo continued her conversation with my sister. My sister said, "I think I have some friends who would love this stuff too," she said. I think she was talking about the oils and not the watered-down fruit punch. Marlo sent her home with a sample of Canway, and the rest is history. Bryn shared her own oil success story on social media, and with Marlo's encouragement and assistance, they started scheduling classes and helping to educate and share with other people. Sometimes we get caught in this trap that we have to know certain things to share about oils in this business. Marlo didn't know how to do everything when she started sharing with Bryn. She was only a month into this herself. Bryn knew next to nothing about oils when she made that post. Her friends read about her personal story, asked questions, and Marlo, who was just getting started, helped lead the way. Had Bryn waited until she knew enough about oils to share, she probably never would have shared anyway. Today, she's at the top of our biggest leg. Helping a friend start their own side hustle can be an absolute game changer. An extra $300 a month can make a huge difference in their lives and the lives of friends and family you know and plenty of people they know, and so on and so on. Is the 2-year average it takes to hit executive worth it? You don't have to treat this like a full-time job, but you do need to dedicate yourself to your side hustle. You need to work. That's why it's called a hustle. Building a business that can generate $300 a month doesn't happen overnight, and that's perfectly fine. Most people overestimate what they can do in a year and underestimate what they can do in 2 or 3 decades. 2 decades is long enough to bring a human into the world and send them back out. Or 3 decades in some cases. Don't give up on what you're building if you aren't immediately seeing the results you want. Pick specific activities that will get you there. Today I laid out 3 basic ones that build income. Enroll new people, talk about ER, and share the business. These are things I know that everyone in this audience is very, very capable of, and also very capable of training other people how to do. You guys, I would love to give you way more info than I had time for today. So I'm launching a brand new website today, and you are the first to see it. Yes, RyanHase.is really is the actual URL. I'm working on some really cool things to help you maximize your side hustle. So take out your phone, go to RyanHase.is, scroll down to the email, put your email in, and I will be sharing new business ideas with you and things that certain people may have shouted out they liked hearing about in the past. Feel free to give me a follow on Instagram. I don't care if you're one of those creepy people who goes straight down to 2013 and likes one random photo, that's fine. Don't judge me here. And Instagram is also where my wife, manager, and speechwriter Marlo hangs out, so if you enjoyed my stories today, you can find her at Marlo Von Tempo. Thank you so much, and I hope you have an awesome rest of your commute.